my dear young learners. This is Shaukat Taslim Afroz, lecturer, Department of English. My dear students, I welcome you all to my online class. Dear student, I'm sure you have already purchased your English first paper book. Well, in English first paper book, you will find some passages. English first paper, there you will find 3 passages. And from 2 passages will come from English first paper book. That means your textbook, English for today. But the third passage, this is totally unseen. And from this unseen passage, you will find an important and interesting topic. And in my today's class, I will discuss about this interesting topic. Can you guess? Yes, dear students, this topic is information transfer. Isn't it interesting? Yes, dear student. For completing this topic, you have to underline the passage properly. That means you have to read the whole passage very carefully. After that, you have to underline, and if you are very well in reading method, then you know very well the 3 important topics, that is scanning, skipping and skimming. These 3 topics will help you, that means 3 methods especially will help you to read a passage very carefully. And dear students, remember, when you are reading a passage, you have to underline the keywords. Dear students, in this passage, you have to answer 5 questions. So, you have to underline the passage very properly. Now, dear students, in my today's class, I will tell you what is information transfer. Then, I will tell you how to solve an information transfer. That means the technique. I'll show you also the keywords, how to identify keywords. Then, it will be very easy for you to solve this question. And remember, I repeat, this topic, that means this passage is totally unseen. So you have to read a lot of topics so that you can obtain good marks in this topic. Now, dear students, let's start. Well, my dear students, before starting, it's important to know the definition of information transfer. What is information transfer? As you can see on the screen, an information transfer activity involves getting students to put spoken or written text into another forms, such as a chart, grid, picture, table or diagram, or vice versa. Just students, to complete this topic, you will get an unseen passage. Basically, this passage is about a personality. You have to read the passage properly and minutely. After reading the passage, you will get a table to solve and where you have to write the answer. After watching this video, what you will get from this topic? Well, the learning outcome of this lesson. As you can see, you will learn the reading method. Yes, dear students, in my today's class, I will discuss about the reading method. That means how to read a passage properly. Next, I will help you to identify the keywords. Keywords play an important role in a passage. So you have to know the keywords, that means identify the keywords. For identifying keywords, I will give you some words that will help you to know the keywords. After that, you have to analyze the question properly. That means question analysis. Number 4, technique to solve. I will discuss how to solve information transfer. Finally, I will help you to solve 2 sample questions. And I'm sure after watching this video, you will be able to solve this problem. Well, now the reading method. Dear students, you all know to read a passage properly, you have to follow the certain rules. The methods, 3 methods, as you can see, scanning, skimming and skipping. These 3 methods are very important when you are reading a passage. It will save your time. It will help you to get idea, that means main idea from a passage. So you have to follow these three topics. Well, dear students, after completing the passage, what to do? Well, now I will help you to identify the keywords. From the passage, you have to identify the passage is about what or who, whom or whose. Any incident like when or while, or any event or activities. Not only that, the result and effect also important, the characteristics, and finally if there is any achievement or contribution. All this topic will help you to identify the key words. After finding all this information, you have to underline the sentence properly. Dear students, on basis of these keywords, you have to analyze the questions: who, what, when, or the events, the characteristics, everything minutely. After doing all this, you will be able to answer this topic. As I already said that you will get 5 questions from a passage. Now, how to solve this information transfer? Dear students, when you are reading the passage, please underline the key information. Please remember, don't rewrite same line, cause in information transfer, you have to only write the gist of the main idea. So find out the main idea to write the answer. Number 4, write serial number. Maybe in your question you will find the serial number like ABC or 1, 2 or Roman number. So you have to write the serial number properly. And finally, the important thing that you have to write answer in word or phrase. You are not permitted here to write the whole sentence or the same sentence from the passage. You have to just write the main idea from your own, but information should be same. Now, dear students, I have prepared a sample question for you. This sample question will help you to complete this information transfer. Now, you have to be attentive when you are reading the passage. Dear students, let's start. This passage is about John Milton, as you can see on the screen. John Milton was one of the famous poets in English literature. He was born on December 9, 1608 in London. At the age of 17, he went to Cambridge University for study, and after 7 years of study, he took MA degree from that university. Dear students, as you can see, all the informations are very important. Now, the next 6 years he spent to Horton in an unprofessional study. In 1638, he started his foreign tour. In 1640, he married Mary Pole, a young girl of 17. But his wife died in 1652, leaving him with 3 daughters. Dear students, once again, I am asking you to underline or remember the important line, because all this will you get in your table. Then you have to write all the answer from this passage. Now the rest part of the passage. So, he married second time in 1656, but 2 years after, this second wife also died. Of all his works, Paradise Lost is said to be his greatest. He finished composing this epic in 1664, but it was published 3 years later. By this time, he lost his eyesight. At the age of 66, he died on November 8, 1674. Dear students, this is all about John Milton. Now, Here, a sample question for you. Remember the passage and the main idea. Now you can see on the screen. Complete the table below with information from the passage. I have mentioned here 3 columns and 5 rows. In first column, you can see who or what. Second column, event or activity. And number 3, when. John Minton, born on 1608 and died on, you have to write the time. He dash in 1625. You have to write the event or activity. He obtained MA degree. Number C dash, you have to write when. Number 4, his second wife died. Once again, you have to write the time. Number E, who or what, was published in 1667. Now, dear students, I'm sure you can understand how you will find this information transfer in your question paper. As you can see, the format is almost like a fill in the blanks. So, like this way, mentioning the number, that means serial number, you have to write the answer. The answers are like number A, November 8, 1674. Number B, went to Cambridge University. Number C, 1632. Number D, 1658. And number E, Paradise Lost. So dear students, this was the sample question 1. Now I will discuss another sample question, and this topic is about Titanic. The Titanic was the greatest ship that had ever traveled on the sea. The Titanic hit a large iceberg on its first trip across the Atlantic, and it sank 4 days after setting out. It was carrying about 2,224 people, but it had taken lifeboats for only 1,174 people. When the passengers tried to leave the ship, only 651 of them were able to get into lifeboats. Carpathia was 58 miles away when the Titanic called in its radio for help. It arrived 2 hours after the great ship had submerged, and it had saved 705. Some of the survivors had been in the icy water for hours when they were saved. 1,502 people had lost their lives. Throughout the whole tragedy, the California was only 10 miles away. The officers of California were close enough to see the Titanic, but they could not understand the situation. They did not receive the message from the Titanic and did not come to rescue the passengers. Dear students, I'm sure you have underlined the important line that you will get all information from this passage. Now, a sample question for you from this passage. As you can see on the screen, complete the table below with information from the passage. Once again, 3 columns and 5 rows. First one, who, what. Second one, events, time or place. The Titanic launched first voyage A dash. You have to mention time or place. 2,224 passengers dead in the Titanic. C dash, arrived to help the Titanic. You have to write D, time or place. Number 5, 1,651 people dash, lifeboats. So dear students, I'm sure you can guess the answer as we have already finished the passage. Now you have to write the answer maintaining the serial number. Well, now answer how to write this information transfer. First one, 1912. B. Were on board. C. Carpathia. C. 2 hours after the shipwreck. E. Could not get into. So my dear students, I'm sure now you understand this topic information transfer. Dear students, if you have any kind of question regarding this topic, please ask yourself the teacher and do practice a lot so that you can obtain good marks in the examination. So dear students, that's all for today. See you later in my next class. Till then, Allah Hafiz.